I graduated doing, obviously, as you said, chemistry in 2019. And I sort of figured, well, what can I do now I've graduated? So I applied and got a job at RB, which is Reckitt Benckiser. And so for the past, well, I think it's approaching 11 months now, I've had two separate roles within RB. So one of them was working within the air care department on the Airwick brand. And in my current role now, which I've only just started this week, actually, so sort of have to incorporate a change of role within the same company while still working from home, is now formulation assistant working on V hair removal. I knew while I was at uni that I did want to use my degree. I know some people, and I have quite a few friends or course mates that by the time they got to their third or fourth years, they suddenly decided, I absolutely hate chemistry now and I want nothing to do with it. So I know a few people who went into finance or consultancy or tax because they just didn't want to do anything to do with chemistry anymore. I think the irony in my case is that I think I remember distinctly saying to myself, I don't know if research is for me. And then I've ended up in research and development. I wouldn't exactly say that I knew this was the exact role that I wanted, or even the industry. I think I just knew that I wanted to use my degree. And then when I was sort of approaching the time when I needed to be thinking about what my next moves and things were, I figured, oh, well, what is the best way for me to use it? I did also use some of the different tools that the careers service had. So the careers link portal and the website and things, they have a different list of sort of useful tools and things that you can help sort of increase your employability. And I think I also spoke to a few members of the careers service as well, just to sort of get like some reflections on tailoring my CV properly to the industry, or if I was doing cover letters, how best to sort of write the cover letters so that they would cover what I wanted to go into, and just sort of general tips and tricks really on how to make my CV and the applications things a bit more tailored to the industry. Because I think if you sort of go in a bit too general, then it's not really enough, I think, to get you in. At the start of my fourth year, I sort of began to think, all right, where do I want to be in a year's time, obviously, when I finish? Because I think what you don't realize is that your graduation comes around really quickly. And before you know it, like it's done. And then you're out in the world and you've got to find something to do. So I did start applying and things and looking at different ways and getting involved with the career service whilst I was still at uni. Because throughout the year, they have different events on. If you are struggling for ideas for sectors and things, and they're always good to sort of go and get an idea and a bit more insight into, well, you know, where can you start looking or what can you do? So I got involved throughout the duration of my final year, actually, and used them a bit more. The best way to describe it, I think, is that while you spend your time at uni and things, it is very much its own little bubble. I think very much a sort of insular. It is the campus. You maybe do some things off it, but you're very much in the uni way of life. So it sort of takes a bit of an adjustment to think, oh right, okay, I'm not a student anymore. I am a working professional. Most people sort of mature and sort of change from the student mindset very quickly into, you know, I'm working now. I have to sort of take a bit more responsibility and things. So I think that surprised me really. It is a total change and a total jump from, as I say, living in a uni bubble to going out in the big wide world. Best advice I could give is obviously have a goal in mind of sort of, you know, where you want to be and what you want to do, and take every opportunity that you can to sort of, you know, that you think will help improve yourself and help you towards that goal. Use the tools that you've got at your disposal. I mean, the career service is invaluable, I think. And I think I would have urged myself to get involved with it a little bit more and a bit earlier on, because I think it can put you in a far better position if you use it as much as possible. You know, you're probably going to get some rejections. You might not get the job that you wanted. You might think, oh, I did really well at that application, and it goes the complete other way. But just don't let it put you down. And I know it can be incredibly disheartening when you're in that position to think, oh, well, I'm never going to find anything. I'm never going to get a career. But every step forward, no matter how small it is still a step in the right direction. So don't be too hard on yourself. just keep trying to improve yourself and keep moving forward, and eventually something will come up. I know it's probably easier said than witnessed or experienced, but it will. It does happen. If you are sort of going through perhaps a bit of a string of applications where you don't really get anywhere, or you maybe get one step forward and then you get rejected again, you can identify the root of it being, well, do I need to revamp the way I'm approaching the situation? Because I know I found that when I'd initially applied for a few things and stuff, that I maybe wasn't getting through, or maybe was receiving rejections and things. But then if you revamp your CV to tailor it to exactly what you wanted to do, tailor your cover letters as well, just make it a bit more specific, then I noticed a real change straight away. So I think that would be the best advice, really. Change your approach, I think, if you really do feel as though you aren't getting anywhere.